quote you just read pretty much sums up this entire two-part series. In it, I'm going to be sharing with you what, in my opinion, is the best way to find your passion, and then how you can get really good at it. So in other words, get shit done, love every step. So in this video, in order for this to make sense, we actually have to start with the latter of the two. So we're going to start with love every step. Are you ready? Let's dive in. I'm Michael Dennis, and I make videos about confidence, productivity, and happiness so you can get shit done and love every step of the way. Yes, you heard that right. This video and the next one coming out are both about the whole point of this channel. And so that means if you end up liking this video and or the next one, you should go ahead and subscribe for similar content twice a week, every week. I wonder if anyone from any of these airplanes has ever seen me out here filming. Just see this big light with a little guy there. You probably think it's the news, especially with all these sirens in the background. So at some point this week, it kind of dawned on me exactly how you can get to a point of being very successful and very happy. Essentially, it's just a long string of things that culminates in success and happiness. But it all starts with self-discovery. And what I mean by that is trying new things and being open to new experiences. By trying new things and having new experiences, you basically become more self-aware because you know better what you do and don't like to do, which ultimately leads to you knowing what you're passionate about, which leads to you doing that more because you enjoy doing it, so you just naturally do it more. And as you do it more, you get better at it, which means you end up being successful and you're happy. And the sooner you start this, the better. If you can figure this out at a young age, like if you're trying all sorts of new stuff when you're in your youth, in your teens or something, you can nail down your passion way earlier than if you're not doing anything your whole life until you're like 20, 25, 30, 35. In my case, for example, I just started DJing and I absolutely love it. It might be something that I stick with and keep doing for a very long time. But the problem is I only went to my first music festival like a year and a half ago, and that's when I first started getting into this whole scene. And so I only just started DJing like a month ago. So if I had actually gone to a music festival when I was like 18, I would have probably started DJing when I was 19 or 20, and then by now I could be really, really good. This is a list of 6 statements that should keep you on the right track and help you figure out exactly what it is that you love doing. Do more of what makes time fly by. You know, when you just lose track of time, you're like, oh my God, it's been like 3 hours? I thought it was like 30 minutes. That's probably something that you love. Do more of what makes you put your phone down. A lot of the times today, we're just like constantly on our phones because there's not that much happening. There's nothing really going on in our day that's that interesting. But then if there's something that catches your attention, something you end up doing for 2-3 hours, that's probably something that you love. Do more of what doesn't make you wonder what time it is. A lot of the times we just keep checking our phone like, oh, I wonder what time it is, I wonder what time it is. And that's because we're not really doing anything. But if you're really present and really involved in some activity, you're not even gonna wonder what time it is, and time will just fly by, like in the first point. Do more of what makes you forget to eat. This is one of my favorite ones because sometimes I'll get so lost in my work, let's say editing videos, that I'll just be so in the zone that I won't even remember that I have to eat. I actually won't even be hungry because I'm just so laser focused. Do more of what you wish you were doing. Sometimes you're not always going to be able to be doing what you love 24/7. There will be times when you have to do something that you don't necessarily want to do. And so whatever it is that you think that you wish you were doing at that time, that's probably something that you love. And lastly, do more of what you would do if money were no object. Because a lot of the times we get so caught up in, I have to be able to make money, I have to make money, I have to make money. And that limits our creativity and limits us from doing the things that we love. Because if you really love painting or writing and poetry and things like that, society tells you that you can't make money that way, and so you're never going to end up doing it. But as Alan Watts wisely stated, you wouldn't want to do something that you don't love just so that you can make money, so that you keep doing something that you don't love. It makes more sense to have maybe a shorter life with less ideal circumstances in terms of where you're living or what you're eating or whatever, as long as you're doing something that you love. So to wrap this up, basically what I'm saying is that you should do more things, try new activities, so that you can kind of learn a little bit more about yourself. Learn what it is that you like to do and what you don't like to do by using those 6 little statements that I just gave you. And as you refine that, you'll start to just naturally lean towards the activities and gravitate towards those activities that you enjoy doing more. And once you figured out what those activities are, congratulations, you've pretty much found your passion or passions. Now, even though it may seem pretty obvious why you should find your passion, the next video is all about exactly that, because there's a lot more to it than just do what you love because you'll be happy. Without giving too much away, I'm going to be mostly talking about the 10,000 hour rule, which pretty much states that you have to do about 10,000 hours of whatever activity to become really good at it. So hopefully this video will help you find your passion if you haven't already figured it out. And in the next video, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into exactly why that's so important. end. Now, if you like this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, do what you gotta do, and I will see you in part 2. Peace.